80 households who allegedly encroached on the wetland in Rubigi. According to the Prime Minister Robin Anabanja, these were given a notice by NEMA in 2024, but they ignored the warning.
So I'm here as the Prime Minister of Uganda to support them at least with survival. That's all. But they are aware that they were in this place illegally.
However, the Prime Minister today visited the locals to provide them with relief support from the President.
I'm here for humanity. I'm here to give compassionate relief support to people to survive, because since when they were evicted 5 days ago, some of them claim they don't have what to eat. So my being here is well known by the President. If anything, he's the one who has allowed me to come here and give compassionate support. And this support is coming from Mzee.
She, however, warned them never to encroach on wetlands again.
And yet, these people knew that this place had been condemned. It's a wetland. I want also to condemn the LOC1, and this must stop, who connive with people to sell land, illegal land, in wetlands. Those will be arrested.
Mukama wange President abagambye abagala nnyo naye abantu balina okuva mu ntobazi n'agamba ababasenza wano amateeka gajja kubavunaana. Tewali kubatira ku liiso.
Later, the Prime Minister took them to her office in Kampala after scrutinizing the list of the affected people to provide a relief support of 1 million shillings each.
Pilgrims who insisted and made it to Namugongo Martyrs site in Kampala have been turned away and blocked from tomorrow's Martyrs Day celebrations. The Archdeacon of Namugongo Anglican site, Reverend Michael Waswa Sentamu, says that the celebrations have been virtually organized due to the Ebola outbreak, and government strictly cleared only 200 people to represent. Government measures to combat the spread of Ebola banned pilgrims from Namugongo for the Martyrs Day celebrations this year, although the day will still be observed as a public holiday. Philip Aguta has this.
With only few hours to June 3rd, the Martyrs Day celebrations, the Martyrs site at Namugongo Anglican site appears unusual as compared to the previous celebrations. The gate closed and opens for a few. The previously crowded Martyrs Museum is empty. The compound lacks visibility of humans.
So I didn't have a chance of hearing on the radio or on TV. So someone told me with a phone.
Reverend Moses Arnaitwe, who stubbornly made it to Namugongo from Western Kole Diocese in Buseni, was turned away.
So for us, since we have to respect government, the Minister of Health and the Security, for the well-being all of us, we advise that person, in case he's around, to go at the police to wait for the medical people to come. Me, I'm not a medical people.
But someone told me, because I didn't hear on the radio, I was busy some time back preparing to come. So I didn't have a chance of hearing on the radio or on TV. So someone told me with a phone that the celebrations the service of celebrations was stopped, especially for those who were going for pilgrimage.
Although at amphitheater there is some preparations ongoing, it's only for 200 people cleared by government to celebrate the day virtually.
And there are standard operating procedures which we agreed on. Right now, even though right now you enter the gate, they must first check you and they give you sanitizer. But for tomorrow, it will be more enhanced. At every station, you'll find sanitizers placed there. We also have the other equipment they are going to give us to check people's temperatures.
Not all the people will be having the access to this place where the Martyrs Day celebrations are going to take place on the 3rd of June this year, which is tomorrow. The information so far we have got from government through the Ministry of Health and also through the organizers for the celebration, and the organizers for this year's Martyrs Day celebration, Uganda Christian University, is only 200 people pilgrims will be allowed to access this place at the Anglican Martyrs place.
Purposes of safety of our congregants, the 200, they definitely include the delegates we invited, the clergy, the choir from Uganda Christian University, and the clergy, and a few bishops.
Christians have also been urged to celebrate the Martyrs Day celebrations at parish level or on television.
Tomorrow, the university, through its chaplaincy, developed a special liturgy which we are going to follow across the province of the Church of Uganda. This liturgy is going to be shared to all clergies across the province so that we follow one liturgy.
The Martyrs Day, though will be virtually celebrated, is on the theme Christ is our peace, breaking the walls and healing the nation. Philip Aguta for UBC News in Namugongo.
Relatedly, security has cautioned believers against congregating in large numbers during the Martyrs Day celebrations at Namugongo. They warned celebrants not to ignore Ebola safety regulations while celebrating the Martyrs Day prayers that have been moved from Namugongo to parish level.
Security presence at Namugongo Catholic and Anglican Shrine in the past has been at a high, with all sister security organs assisting in the observance of safety of pilgrims from all over the country. This time, there is no security presence due to the presidential directive to observe the Ebola guidelines. At the Namugongo Shrine, the usually visually pleasant crowd pulling ceremony was not seen today. The usually crowded streets full of business-minded people and security personnel was business as usual. Police have cautioned against congregating at Namugongo during this strict Ebola guideline.
Government orders and the directives. So, police's particular role here, one, is to ensure that there is compliance. And compliance with what? That there will not be congregations, massive congregations, as it would have been if we did not have the threat from Ebola.
These have set cautious measures to be followed by the believers as set by the Ministry of Health.
Uganda Police Force and other security agencies are part of those task forces. There is a task force at national level, at district, and several sector levels. Now we are highly participative, and all directives and guidance that emerges at any time, we are usually part of the decisions and part of the implementation framework. So,
on normal days, Namugongo Martyrs Day celebrations attracts over 1 million believers with a pool of security organs. Komagum Rogers and Abdul Nasir Luwama for UBC.
Munyonyo is widely known for its lakeside beauty and hospitality facilities, but it is also home to one of Uganda's most important religious heritage sites. The Munyonyo Catholic Shrine marks the place where Kabaka Mwanga sentenced Uganda Martyrs to death, setting them on their final journey to Namugongo. The shrine is emerging as a center of faith and a tourism attraction, as our reporter tells it in this one.
Munyonyo Catholic Shrine is located at the shores of Lake Victoria, but it is deeply rooted in Uganda's Christian history. In 1886, Kabaka Mwanga condemned a group of Christian converts, beginning the journey that ended with their martyrdom at Namugongo. At the center of the shrine is the famous judgment tree, believed to be the site where the king delivered his verdict. The shrine has grown into a pilgrimage destination. The magnificent basilica attracts thousands of worshippers and visitors every year. Meanwhile, Munyonyo offers strong tourism potential with a unique combination of faith, history, and the scenic beauty of Lake Victoria. Tourism stakeholders believe greater investment and promotion could transform the shrine into a major economic asset. For pilgrims, it is a place of prayer. For tourists, a place of discovery. And for Uganda, a heritage site. From the historic judgment tree to the modern basilica, Munyonyo has preserved Uganda's spiritual heritage. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Ministry of Health has appealed to all health workers to exercise infection prevention and control measures while handling patients during the ongoing Ebola outbreak. The Director General Health Services at the Ministry of Health, Professor Charles Olaro, emphasizes that health workers at the front line of receiving patients must ensure that standard operating procedures are followed.
Uganda is currently experiencing a spillover of the Ebola outbreak from the DRC, prompting heightened vigilance in preparedness, contact tracing, testing, among other measures to curb further spread. Experts in Uganda are also studying the current Ebola strain, noting that while it resembles the Ebola individual strain, it is genetically distinct.
Our capacity has gone even beyond just testing. So we are able to do even what we call genomic sequencing. And we are able to link. So all our cases, because that's important for the outbreak, if you have cases which you are not able to know their link, then it means you are not in control. So we are able to link that, like we know, like case 002, there were 2 people who acquired infection from case 002. The other cases got infection from case, the probable case, who passed on. So we're able to do that, and that capacity is. We also were able to show that this virus whereas it's close to Ebola Bundubujo of 207 and 208, it's completely also different. So it means that probably it's a new zoonotic spill which was from the environment.
The Ministry of Health has now appealed to all health workers to exercise infection prevention and control measures while handling patients in this season of Ebola outbreak, since 5 health workers are on the list of the confirmed Ebola cases.
We emphasize on hand washing, sanitizing, because the capsule of the virus gets destroyed by soap, gets destroyed by what? Sanitizer. So when you practice those few and then put on POPs, put on gloves, if you do that, then you're able to do what? But bottom line, definitely, that while we're emphasizing that is because we want to make that other services should be able to continue. A mother who needs to deliver should be able to deliver.
Yeah.
Anybody needs an operation to be able to operate. So, but at the same time, they should be able to look at what's the travel history of the patient, what is the patient presenting with.
Yes, of course, Ebola is a dangerous disease, as we all know it, but there should be no panic in the public. What we require everybody to do, like we have said, is to, first of all, you Ugandans out there, listen to the messages which are being aired on radios, on television, and the other media platforms, to know the do's and the don'ts. The do's and the don'ts. When you are gathered in small functions or any gathering, ensure that there are these SOPs, hygiene and sanitation measures should be in place, like hand washing, using a sanitizer, and so forth. And the health workers, for them, they know what to do. They have protective gear.
As of May 2nd, 2026, Uganda had reported 15 confirmed Ebola cases with 668 contacts under monitoring. Adia Nakote, UBC.
Government has moved to calm fears among parents and learners over reports that schools could soon be closed due to the Ebola outbreak. Education officials say all schools will continue operating normally, while health authorities insist that the situation remains under control. Government is urging responsible reporting on Ebola to avoid unnecessary panic and protect Uganda's tourism and investment image.
Concerns have been growing among parents and learners following reports circulating on social media suggesting that government was planning to close schools over Ebola. But education authorities have dismissed the claims, describing them as false and misleading.
Schools are not going to close. Schools are operating, teachers are there. Where the students are not there, we should all encourage them to go and study.
Muhingo says social media misinformation is causing unnecessary anxiety among parents and learners. This concern is similarly shared by the State Minister for Primary Health Care, Dr. Charles Ayume, who says there is no reason for panic.
Government has already sent the necessary resources, has already submitted the salaries of our teachers. And by the way, the teachers are there. Even the children in some areas are there, but there are some others who have not yet reported to school, which is unfortunate.
We are guided by scientific evidence. We should not panic. A lockdown is usually the last measure, but right now, I think the ministry is doing whatever it takes through surveillance, creating awareness, and our early warning systems. And I think it is working well for the country.
Ayume says Uganda has successfully dealt with Ebola outbreaks before and has the experience needed to respond effectively.
The same principles we apply for cholera, for Marburg and all that, are the same principles we apply. Of course, the spread of Ebola is mainly through contact. And mine is to ensure that the media, please bear our voices out there to ensure that people observe the guidelines. No shaking hands, wash your hands, and other things like that.
As government intensifies public health awareness, Officials are also warning against exaggerating and spreading unverified information that could damage the country's reputation.
Actually, the situation of Ebola in this country has been mishandled, wrongly handled. The Ministry of Health next time should be very careful about the information it puts out there. This has affected the tourism sector greatly. And simply because someone was not patient at all, they went out there at the start of the peak season and put information there which ended up being misinterpreted.
All that government appeals is for citizens to continue observing health guidelines, rely on official communication channels, and avoid spreading unverified reports. Henry Okrut, UBC.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206-400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
Masaka juu. Hawaii. Omwanzi tumuleta soka Christopher Katama. Owulira otya kati nti owangudde?
Ndi musanyufu nnyo 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 nnyo. Tewali muzadde ayinza obutasanyuka nga bamusasulidde omwaka mulamba. So nebaza nnyo MTN okulaba nti mpangudde. Era nkubiriza abazadde mwena abali eyo nyiga star emu 65 star 80 naawe oyinza okubeera omu mu baki mu bawanguzi.
And for those of you who pay school fees at those schools that don't use Momo, hey, mubatabukire mubagambe leta Momo wano, because you stand a chance to win a van for the school. This is the power of Momo.
News tonight. Thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, has revealed that 4 of the recently appointed ministers have issues with citizenship. Out of the 4, 1 holds 3, while the rest hold dual citizenship. Tayebwa asserts that the victims have expressed willingness to denounce the other citizenships in order to proceed and serve Ugandans. The law of the land does not cater for persons of Uganda with citizenship of other countries to serve in any position, including president, vice president, prime minister, and cabinet minister, among others. The fate of the victims now awaits the appointing authority to decide upon receiving the report of the Appointment Committee of Parliament.
Banyarwanda is one of the tribes in Uganda, so Nange is one of those tribes. It's as simple as that.
So you're not a national?
No, I'm not a Rwandese. Now, what when Yaula a Rwandese and a Munyarwanda.
Dr. Lawrence Muganga was designated by the President to serve as the Minister of State for Internal Affairs in the forthcoming cabinet. Muganga agrees to hold more than one citizenship at the time of the appointment.
I mean, before I came in here, I definitely had two citizenships. That's the Ugandan citizenship and the Canadian citizenship. Like every young person who really aspires to do better, you leave this country and you go to different countries.
Dr. Muganga, the Vice Chancellor of Victoria University, is among the appointed ministers whose citizenship have been questioned to be contrary to the laws of the land.
Before I became a Canadian, I was Ugandan. And I'm proud to be Ugandan. And I love my country. So even if I remained with one citizenship and it is Uganda, I'll be very, very proud.
Adonia Ayebare, who was offered the docket of the Minister for Foreign Affairs, is another victim.
All the sectors.
But do you have a dual citizenship?
No. No, it doesn't even matter. It was not raised, it didn't matter. We really concentrated on the portfolio, on the sector I'm going to lead. And they were really worried that we are not coordinated well as a government when it comes to major challenges facing the world.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Taibwa, revealed that the Appointments Committee of Parliament found out that 4 of the recently appointed ministers hold more citizenships other than Ugandan.
And I can, without fear of contradiction, inform you that the 4 colleagues who had been, whom we found, because we did a verification with the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and we discovered that we had 3 colleagues who had dual citizenship and 1 colleague who had multiple citizenship.
Uganda's constitution does not cater for a Ugandan with citizenship of another country to serve in key positions including president, vice president, prime minister and cabinet minister, among others.
And all of them have brought records renouncing their citizenship of the other countries. They've taken a patriotic step of choosing Uganda above all. Especially, you know, these are painful decisions that are made. Some of these people, they have families in those countries. Whatever they've been making in those countries, they send back to Uganda to develop Uganda. So, but they've taken a painful decision of renouncing.
The Appointments Committee of Parliament is yet to understand the next course of action after forwarding a report to the appointing authority.
If there can be proof that this person has renounced citizenship of these other countries, now they are solely citizens of Uganda, then we can discuss other issues. Do they have the competence? Do they have etc., etc.? But for as long as that box has not been ticked, it becomes problematic for all those who are concerned in that regard.
Whether or not the appointed ministers successfully pass through the controversy, it remains a food for thought.
If I became a minister, there is a law, there is a constitution, there is an act that, of course, is guided by the constitution, and we have to follow the law. You don't have to really re-engineer anything. You follow the law.
Parliament has concluded the vetting process of the recently appointed ministers, with 80 of them successfully vetted.
Not going into names, whoever we have approved, whoever we have not approved, you can look at all of them suspiciously. Okay? You can be looking at all of them suspiciously or all of them positively. That's what I can say.
The other is something, again, that I've talked about, that we are mooting, a public participation law. to say the public should be a lot more involved in whether it be the bills that are brought to Parliament. This quickly passing them, they get one or two people, entities to give their views. No, the public should be fully consulted deliberately. Even if it is the budget process, that the public gets to participate and write or give their views to say, for us, we think more money should be put in this area.
Daniel Mugoya, UBC News.
Still at Parliament, the Appointments Committee there, headed by the Speaker, Jacob Oboth, has vetted individuals said to have issues of dual citizenship. According to those interviewed, the issue of law was not a crucial matter in the vetting committee, but their capability to run the ministries designated to them. The vetting has been concluded and ministers await results from the committee and swearing in.
Individuals appointed to different ministerial positions by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of Uganda, have been vetted by the Appointments Committee of Parliament on second and last day.
Creates funds for every sector, and I requested them that this time round we must consider the issue of housing as very critical, and not only housing but more of affordable houses, and also the issue of institutional housing. We talked about the houses, for example, for the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament.
Moving from where we are now, about $60 billion of GDP, to $500 billion by 2040. And that's a big milestone. So it has to involve a lot of planning in there to ensure that there's coherence in our policy actions.
I've seen the performance of education. I've seen that UPE schools are still not the best. Private schools are still doing better than the UPE schools. The structures of schools are very poor.
Those that are said to have dual citizenship have also been vetted. Adonia Ayebare, Minister for Foreign Affairs designate, says he's to ensure there is a whole government approach in handling issues of foreign policy.
The issue was how do we manage Uganda's foreign policy? You know, with the global challenges, Ebola, global health, climate change, peace and security, all the regional issues, but also Uganda's image abroad. A journalist for many years, but I've been a diplomat for 27 years. So my experience at the UN and in the region will come in.
The first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for East African Affairs designate, Rebecca Kadaga, has been vetted, and her focus is on constructing more borders and decongest the one of Busia.
But I'm planning to move to all the capitals to make an appeal to ensure that money is found by all these governments, because they are partners and they will enjoy the services, but they should also contribute. It cannot be, 4 countries cannot be doing the work and the other 4 are just riding on their backs.
Allion Odria, appointed Minister for ICT in charge of national guidance, has also been vetted. He's to continue fighting corruption, but this time digitally.
Are going to see that we improvise softwares that we can use to fight corruption through communication, whether it is through phone call or bank systems. These are the softwares I look forward to see that we really fight corruption in this country. And I'm not going to only do that within my ministry, to look at across, because I'm the Minister for National Guidance.
The docket of public service has been known for having ghosts, selling of jobs, and a lot of people serving in acting capacity. Lydia Wanyoto Mutende has been vetted as State Minister for Public Service designate.
My contribution as a policy maker, I become the role model of no corruption and no sleep. We have to work. If people are acting, we should confirm with them. If they don't confirm, they must leave if they don't qualify. If there are jobs, we should advertise. And we are going to go digital. The payroll cannot have ghost workers.
Other individuals that have been vetted on the last day include Nyamutoro Fiona, Haruna Kasoro, and Peter Ogwang. These all await results from the committee to be sworn in as ministers. I'm Nafka Farida and Dan Lukomwa at Parliament.
Security in Lira City has arrested more than 70 youth linked to a suspected network marketing scheme, prompting calls for investigations into officials who register companies accused of defrauding Ugandans.
Over 70 youth have been arrested in Lira City in a security operation targeting a suspected fraudulent network marketing business. The 72 youth were picked up from Alco Holiday Hotel and Clement Mall in an operation led by the resident city commissioner Lawrence Igole and the district police commander.
If your son or daughter left that they're coming to work or to look for greener pastures in Lira City, as they always ferried, please come to CPS Lira.
Of those arrested, 27 were female, while the rest were young men from different parts of the country.
Who are the brains behind this global alliance? Why are these people impossible to get? These people have stolen a lot from Ugandans, especially from the unsuspecting young people.
We want to know what's going on. Earlier on, the group's coordinator Samuel Ikwelo told security officials that they were selling food supplements under Canaan Dream Visionary.
In a network system, whereby if you also want to have authorities to order, personally you order products from the company directly, there's what we call becoming a member. You become a shareholder, part of the company. But ours, we do not offer jobs. It is very clear and very clear. We deal in selling of food supplements.
Bring the product. Bring. Your phone they're bringing from where?
However, during verification, security officials reportedly found no product on site.
Now imagine they are beginning to take some of these people even outside the country, because the information I got through my sources from Mbarara, where we smoked them. Actually, I helped a lot with intelligence. Now, according to that source, they're already transferring some of these youths to Congo.
RCC Lawrence Igole says intelligence reports indicated recruits are allegedly required to pay between 1.5 million and 2 million shillings to join the business.
Why don't you invest in these 2 million shillings in some business instead of just surrendering it to thieves? The president said this Kisanja is not for sleeping. Let us start from those who register these companies. I think we need to dig deeper into these people, who registers them and for what purposes.
An officer who also issued the company's operating permit is under investigation. Eddie Ulwa, UBC News.
Thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break.
Guidance on the physical attendance of the State of the Nation Address on the 4th of June 2026. Following a statement from the Ministry of Health on the outbreak of Ebola and guidance on the standard operating procedures to be followed, Parliament of Uganda has adopted the following precautionary measures regarding physical attendance of the sitting at which His Excellency the President will present the State of the Nation Address on the 4th of June 2026 at the Kololo Ceremonial Grounds. Only members of the 12th Parliament and select officials of Parliament will attend the function. All guests earlier invited are advised not to attend physically, as Parliament has made arrangements for virtual attendance of the proceedings. All Parliament social media platforms and the national broadcaster will air the State of the Nation Address live for the general public.
They share an office. Some work in the day, some at night. What they have in common: focus, dedication. That's what makes them champions. They also share something else: the reward of being one. The official beer of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Not for persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Are you looking for a home away from home? Then this is the place for you. My name is Chini Kaji, and welcome to Hotel Le Confidential.
With 84 comfortable rooms where you can relax and feel safe. Each room has a lovely view of green vegetation, Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and a tasty breakfast.
Children can have fun
at our kids' water park and our kids' play area. You can also enjoy our world-class health club, spa, sauna, gym, boutique, and sky blue swimming pool.
Thank you for choosing Hotel Confidential, where every stay is unforgettable. Come and stay in comfort, right at home, today, tomorrow, and always.
UBC Business News tonight. Lakeside Dairies has commissioned a new dairy product depot at Kikagati border in Isinjiro district to increase access to dairy products and reduce transportation costs for customers. Company officials say that the new facility will serve the growing demand for milk products while easing the burden on traders and consumers traveling distances to Mbarara for supplies.
According to company officials, the depot is part of Lakeside Dairy's broader strategy to expand its distribution network and ensure sustainable access to quality dairy products across the country.
Our target is to serve the customers around this area, Kitwe, to the areas of Chikagati, the areas of the Tanzania borders. And our main aim is to make sure the products are reaching the customers in good time, as fresh as they are at the company.
The Chikagati outlet joins a growing list of depots established by the company in Sanga, Katete, Isinjiro, Liantonde, Koranoria, and Mile 4. The facilities were set up to bring products closer to consumers and promote increased dairy consumption.
Because most of the customers here, they have been only reaching out to Isinjiro, where we have another depot for the products, and it has been a long distance to access them. So that's why we pushed it as closer as this place to them, so they can be able to access them with ease. Consumers
welcomed the initiative, describing it as a timely intervention that will improve availability and affordability of dairy products in the area.
Kananye bagenzi banje nimba supporting ngo nabo banyoyo yogateje
ewo mate muri sukari mungi tugenda jugula ne munsawo mweri.
The products we're offering here is fresh yogurt, that is dairy top yogurt, our UHT milk, where we have Dodra and Fino and ECL 500 grams, ESL in 200 grams, which is as good for food, for everybody, big, old, bit young.
For UBC News, I am Sudat Kaye.
Uganda Olympic Committee, in partnership with the Presidential Initiative on Banana Industrial Development and the Banana Industry Research and Development Center, have unveiled prize money for the Olympic Day Toke Run 2026 that is scheduled for the 20th of June 2026 in Bushenyi district.
Uganda has over the years hosted sports events and especially runs and marathons, but none in the recent past can compare to the upcoming Olympic Day Toke Run that has hefty cash prizes. The day will feature runs in 4 genres. The highest cash prize is reserved for the 21-kilometer individual marathon that is tagged as the Toke Run, with the respective gender winners to take home 15 million Uganda shillings each.
We've been running curtain raisers through breakfasts. So far we've done 3 here in Kampala, in Jinja, and Bushenyi, which is our home. We're left with 1 before the event, which is Ruhura, because as you know, our next step in terms of expansion is going to be at Inshara, which is not very far from Chirhura.
Second position in the half marathon will earn 9 million. Third placed runners will get 7 million shillings, while fourth and fifth position 2.5 million shillings each.
Now the category 1 is a 21 kilometer and it's an individual half marathon. This is what we call the Toke route, and we are awarding up to 5 persons.
There is 5 million shillings for the respective gender winners in the 5 kilometer under 16 youth run that is dubbed PDIC route, while second placed will take home 3 millions and 2 million shillings for those in the bronze medal slots. The 10 kilometer individual road race that is dubbed the UOC route has 5 million shillings for the gold, 4 million for silver, and 3 million shillings for bronze. The 5 kilometer individual fun run and walk will not be in vain for participants, with number 1 taking 1 million Uganda shillings, 600,000 shillings for number 2, and 400,000 shillings for number 3.
It is not just about the run that will be happening on 20th, but then the Olympic week we shall be going to those different schools to teach them about Olympism, what it's about, what it involves, and at the same time let them know that as if you want to be an athlete, you need to also take care of your nutrition.
The run will be held under the theme Move, Learn and Discover for Nutrition Care, and aims to promote healthy lifestyles, nutrition awareness, and community participation through sport. Proceeds from the run will support vulnerable children in the winning phase and help sponsor Ugandan athletes preparing for Youth Olympic Games in Dakar, Senegal later this year. The run will also highlight the nutritional benefits of Toki products, promote Uganda's banana value chain, and strengthen links between local farmers and global markets. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is expected to preside over as chief guest. The Olympic Week from June 22nd to 27th features Olympic education programs, nutrition sensitization campaigns, and community engagement initiatives. The event forms part of a 3-year partnership between Uganda Olympic Committee and PBIC, focused on sports development, nutrition, and community transformation.
Thank you so much for watching. That is all we had for now. We'll have another arrangement at 10 p.m. Please keep it with us. Bye-bye.